Well, it's springtime. Happy spring, everybody. Due to technical difficulties beyond my control, we have to go to an alternate audio source. So don't try to read the lips. And it's springtime. So you know what that means? That means we're going to start thinking about things like flowers and making the outside look pretty and things like that. And one of the major things that will do that are planters. And so, just kind of hang around a little bit if you want, and I'll show you how to make these really neat planters that are real simple to make. And they're done with redwood fencing, and you only have to use the ruler a few times. So, let's roll the intro and get to it. Everybody, how y'all are? Today we are going to make two rustic redwood planters that my most beautiful and loving wife Jan wants to put in the front of the house. And we're going to do it with minimal, yes, that's right, minimal ruler usage. It's going to be rustic looking, so there's not a whole lot of sanding and finishing and stuff like that involved. So let's go ahead and start. So what we did is we bought these from the home store, these redwood fence slats, and they're about 5.5 inches wide. That measurement don't count, by the way. So what we're going to do is we're going to first build the sides. And the sides are going to be pretty easy to make, except they take up a lot of space to do the measurement. Along the top, there's a set of this real pretty top piece, and I'm going to utilize that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay a piece of wood across it from end to end, like that. I'm going to leave a mark. Then I'm going to put this thing, a mark that I can see, please. There we go. Then we're going to take this thing, we're going to put up on its edge on that mark. And we're going to make another mark. And what that's going to do, and we take our square, that's around here somewhere. Yeah, we're going to take and make that mark our actual true cutting what we want to cut mark. Just like that. Now I'm going to cut the tops off of 4 boards so I get 4 end pieces, but I'll actually only need to use 3 boards to build the rest of it. And here's the beauty of this thing, this here sled. We're going to use this to make our no marks. No marks. No mark. We'll take a stop block. We're going to cut it, and we're going to cut 4 of these guys. We're going to go ahead and do that with less noise and stuff like that, so this way, we will do that. Okay, here are the 4 end pieces that have been cut off and are going to be used for making the ends of the boxes. Let's go ahead and remove our stop block for now and use it later. Out comes the tape measure finally, and the stop block for the rip fence, and we measure out at 23 inches, cut 3 boards, and then remeasure and set at 24 inches and cut 3 more boards, and that will make the sides for the 2 planters. Well, there's our 6 boards finally cut. Here are the leftover pieces that have been cut off, and we're going to use these to make our last marks and cuts. We're going to line up and cut the thickness of the board once, and then line up and mark the thickness a second time. Then we're going to lay down and mark the width of the board. That will become the length of the smaller pieces, which are going to become the legs. Once we I cut out about 3 pieces of that width. Then I take and turn them around and cut them lengthwise to make small strips, and then that becomes the legs for the box. The stop block setup is the same as previous, utilizing a little block of wood and a clamp, and setting up your length so that, like I said, I cut out 3 pieces. Then you take and twist them 180 degrees, set up the rip fence, and then rip them around 1/4 inch wide is a real nice width. They will be able to be either screwed or stapled or whatever needs to be done without splitting badly. Okay, we're finally to the assembly, which is really actually pretty straightforward with a few little tips here and there. Though wood screw clamps work best to help hold it up, I marked a little X on the feet on this face that I wanted to be connected to the bottom, so this way it ensures the proper orientation of them so that they were level. The other thing to ensure is that you use the end that is kind of pointed, have that facing down or flat side up. This way you're connecting your bottom to the proper side. So a little bit of glue and some nails or screws, or whichever is your personal preference, is the way to put them together. One of the interesting things is that if you are using screws or even nailing, hammer nail kind of nailing, it's probably a good idea to pre-drill your holes so you won't split the lumber. Utilizing an air nailer cuts back on you having to do that one step. Making sure that everything aligns correctly and that you got the right length boards, of course, are the same, are important. This was a very porous and very dry lumber, so I actually put a coat of glue on it, and then on the end grain, and allowed it to be soaked in, and then applied another coat on it before I assembled it. After you get the sides, the bottom affixed to the end pieces, go ahead and take the clamps off. You won't need them now until the next time around. When you're assembling the sides, only apply glue to the upright pieces, keeping the bottom part open, and that will facilitate in draining when you get a lot of water built up in it. You'll also, I will nail across the bottom to hold it all together, but the nails won't put it down enough that it will seal that crack. The final step is flipping the box over, lining up the feet so that they're kind of equidistant looking, and then marking where I want to put the glue. And then we apply glue the whole width of the box, ensuring that we got glue inside the crack that's made from where the bottom and side meet. That would help to keep the water more water from getting into the feet area, and hopefully helping to have them to last a little bit longer. And then you sit back and admire it. This is a quick build, relatively inexpensive. If you're doing one box, it takes 3 boards, and it can be used. You could do this with hand tools or just about any type of tool. A saw, a nail. You can put screws in it. Use a drill driver. So just about anybody can build these relatively easily. And they do look nice. They look a lot better, I think, when they're weathered. And this is basic. You can sand it down if you want. You could put forms on the sides. If round overs, things like that. You can actually go ahead and cut out some type of appliques and put on it. You can even put a finish on it. Although I would ensure that the finish that I would put on it on the inside wasn't detrimental to growing flowers. So hey, if you like it, let me know. If you don't, don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, have a very pleasant day, and we'll see ya.